One day, poor Annie found herself being held with one hand gripping her arm while she tried to channel her psychic powers, but little did she know, the magic attached to Annie was way too powerful and even bounced back to her. The priest frantically pulled out a bottle of liquor, thinking a little buzz would help. Oddly, not a drop came out of the nearly open bottle. The priest bolted out of the morgue. He headed straight for the nearest bar, and upon arrival, opened the liquor cabinet, ready to binge drink like there was no tomorrow. Yet the liquor refused to flow. Undeterred, the priest smashed the bottle and tried to drink from it, but alas, still dry. Realizing he was in deep trouble, the priest thought, well, better leave a clue for the boss, and dramatically stabbed his palm with the bottle open. At that moment, a sharply dressed dude appeared in the bar. He was none other than a half-demon living the high life, while next, the priest was a sales guy. They were the ultimate power couple, watching as if a soap opera, while the boss anxiously awaited updates. Soon enough, Angela received a call from the cops, and when they arrived, they found the priest stuck in a time loop. Upon witnessing the priest's horribly mangled hand, the boss instantly grasped that it was a crucial clue intentionally left for him and swiftly reached out to the expert, Bimman. After diving deep into the scriptures, Bimman found the origin of the pattern, which represented none other than the son of Satan, Mammon. Legend has it he wasn't content just being a good son, he sought to break rules and build his empire. So for years, Mammon focused on breaking the seals of the two supreme beings until Bimman found crucial intel. Behind him, the machinery whirred, and instantly Bimman realized it was time to bid farewell to the boss. The boss realized Bimman might be in serious trouble, so he revved up his engines and raced over. Bimman's instincts were spot on. His eyes started sprouting little flies, and soon enough, a fly crawled right out of his eye socket. By the time the boss and Angela arrived, Bimman had half turned into a fly. Talk about flying away from problems. Seeing his friends meet a gruesome fate, the boss was heavy-hearted. Angela, sensing this, revealed a secret. In fact, both she and her sister had psychic powers, but sadly her sister took her own life because of it. To avoid the side effects of those powers, she forced herself to forget, leading to a minor power outage over time. If they could assist her in regaining her abilities, they would be able to continue with their investigation. Therefore, the boss decided to take action and said, let's conduct a ritual to try and help Angela rediscover and restore her lost powers. After filling the bathtub with water, the boss made an outrageous request, and you could see the disappointment on Angela's face. But the vibe wasn't right. The boss decided to seal Angela's senses underwater and encourage her powers. As time went by, Angela struggled desperately in the water, feeling uneasy in her heart. Deep down, she was on a roller coaster ride straight back to her teenage years. Just as she was about to lose it in her desperate struggle, time suddenly stood still for a moment, as if everything had frozen in an instant. The next second, her powers dramatically returned, and that sturdy bubble exploded into pieces. Angela, with psychic abilities, zipped to Bimman's fateful scene, sensing prior visitors. She stumbled upon a lost coin, and in an instant, the boss knew exactly who the culprit was. She's Malzahar, the half-demon among humans. Break the rules, and be ready for hell. What's more, Malzahar was clearly trying to sabotage the boss' investigation into Mammon. It was time for the boss to roll out. The boss made a beeline for Malzahar's lair, yet being a classic case of a straight guy who chats more than he engages in combat. He merely adorned Angela with a talisman while Malzahar was standing in front of the mirror admiring his reflection. As Malzahar admired his good looks in the mirror, he couldn't shake off the feeling that something was off today. Even his reflection seemed distorted, like a work by Picasso. But as soon as the boss splashed holy water on him, his skin started to peel off like it was in a horror movie. Nevertheless, half-demon or not, he was quite powerful, and the first round of fighting left the boss feeling uneasy. Meanwhile, Angela couldn't hold back anymore. Being the go-getter she was, she confidently took off her coat to prepare for the fight. Seeing Malzahar was immune to magic attacks, the boss sensed trouble, realizing he was vastly outmatched. But Malzahar was unbothered, knowing the boss time was running short. Soon he would just be a backdrop in hell. However, the boss had a trick up his sleeve as he pulled out an ancient tome and demanded to know how Mammon intended to break the seal. With that question, Malzahar's face turned comically expressive. Clearly this was not the script he had rehearsed. Savor this moment, buddy. Enjoy it to the fullest. The very thought of him soon being taken care of here crossed his mind. Suddenly, a 120 mph car came crashing at him like it was going to win a demolition derby. It was like hitting a Python carnival, so he wouldn't feel a thing. Next thing, he was shipping the artifact straight to Mammon. When Angela hastily arrived on the scene, the boss had already successfully obtained the answer he desired. However, Malzahar's subsequent words instantly weighed heavily on their hearts. They had to beat Mammon to it and intercept the spear, but whilst waiting for the elevator, the steel door unexpectedly blew up. A mysterious force wrapped around them, and Angela was whisked away to who knows where in an instant. The boss hurried after her, but the force was just too strong. Even the steel door couldn't hold it back. All he could do was watch helplessly as Angela was taken away, his heart racing with worry. If you like this story, like and subscribe.